Hi everyone, welcome to Science Club Science Week edition. My name is Sashi. Throughout the Science Week, we'll be screening for you hours of award-winning science-themed short films and animations. These short films and animations will surely inspire you and spark your interest in animations. Just think of any animation, let's say Toy Story. Have you wondered how it was made? It may seem and sound very difficult, but it is not. It does require a lot of patience, and if you are a perfectionist, some precision. Have a look at my 3 sample videos that I created. Each one just took about 1 hour to prepare and just 15 minutes to make the animation itself. To get started, you need a smart device, can be any tablet or phone. You will also need to download Stop Motion Studio app. For props or objects, just look around home. You can use your toys, figurines, Play-Doh to make characters. There are a lot of apps that can be used. For example, the highly rated ones out there are the Stop Motion Studio, Life Labs, Stop Motion Maker, iMotion, PicPack Stop Motion, and TimeLapse. But for a beginner, I would recommend Stop Motion Studio. This app can also be used to produce a high quality animation with proper lighting and setting. If you don't have access to tablet or phone, don't worry. You can even use your laptop and Microsoft PowerPoint to create your animation. PowerPoint, similar to Stop Motion Studio, allows you to create individual slides, similar to frames in the app. In each slide, you will have to move the characters little by little, same as the app. Once done, you can play the slideshow. It is a lot of fun. Below, I have shared a link to a YouTube video that shows in detail how to use the Stop Motion app. So a little bit more about the first animation that I did. This background was chosen from Google Images. It was out of copyright. The shark was also from Google Images. The monkey and the boat, I had an old picture book and I like the characters, so I cut it out from the old picture book. Another good thing is that if you are trying to make an animation, it is good to have a plan or an idea and maybe a strategy as to how you want the story to unveil. So I had the background and initially I had started moving the fish on top of the background, but it didn't appear lifelike. So I cut a few slits in the background itself like that, and then I put the fish underneath the background, and then when I was moving it through the slit, so it appeared like, okay, the shark is coming from far away, and then as it is getting nearer, it is slowly coming out of the ocean, then goes up, then swallows the fish, and then goes back into the ocean itself. Another good tip that I would like to share with you guys is using the timer. So when you are using the Stop Motion app, like this, I'll just go back. So when you select a new movie, it will bring you to this screen. So you can select the camera option there, and then you can see there's a small timer just above the camera button. So you click on the timer and then you can set a timer, say 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds, a shot will be taken. So if you are using a background that can be moved from side to side, I suggest that you fix it to a flat surface. That way it will not move and make your video shaky. For my next animation, I hand drew all the characters and objects. The tree was also hand drawn and then cut out. The same goes for the clouds. I hand drew them, I colored it. The birds also were drawn in different flight motion because I wanted to make them seem like it's going from one side, and then while coming back, I had to turn it around and then color it in so that it was showing the different side of the bird. That way it looked more lifelike. In addition to that, for this particular animation, I used the foreground feature in the Stop Motion Studio app itself. I'll show you a little bit more about that. So I'll get my phone, and it is already in Stop Motion Studio app. From this screen, I'll select this button here. It will take you to all the features, and then you select the 4th option on the screen, and then it will show you all the foregrounds that you can use or apply to your stop motion. So I'll select that one, and then once it's done, I will apply it. You have to remember that when you have applied it and when you are taking the photos, so I'll just show you an example. That is a previous image that I have taken. Okay, so now you will not see the foreground in the frame. But once the frame has been taken, a shot has been taken, you will go back and you will be able to see the frame that you have just taken. So the timer is now working. It's taking a first shot. That's done. Now I'll just let it take the second shot. That's done. And then I'll show you. So yeah, so now you can see the foreground applied to the stop motion that you wanted. So an important point, if you are working on a project or a movie, you cannot apply two foregrounds to one project. So more about stop motion animation. You are dealing with individual frames and pictures. Motion is involved when you are creating that motion by moving the objects. For example, as we did with the sample videos that I showed you about. Some general concepts are that you need to lay the iPad or the phone flat or lean it against something so that it's not moving. What is important is not to make the frames move. If the frames are moving, it will kind of like be a little bit jumpy. So the video will look as if it's jumping up and down. Have a go with the stop motion app. Create your short ocean themed or any short animation and share with us below. I'm excited to see what you create. This activity will be available on our YPRL YouTube channel and you can access it at any time. Hope you enjoy. See you again.